NASCAR Xfinity Series playoff action from Talladega, presented by Blue Emu. 25 laps to go, 66 miles left, and we got a crash! Ugh. Hard contact. Noah Gragson head on into the outside wall.
Myatt Snider was in that also. That was a huge impact, guys. There's Myatt Snider needing a good run today.
You see the window net down on the 9 car. There's Myatt climbing out of his Chevrolet, shaking his head in frustration. Noah climbs out. I mean, we've seen 2 nasty, nasty hits. And guys are able to get out of their cars and walk away. Fans applaud, seeing those drivers okay.
Cesar Baccarella involved. Looks like Ferrucci involved back there in the Hy-V automobile. Can't quite check out
McLaughlin, I believe.
Yep.
Got a lot of debris on the racetrack and fluid everywhere.
This one's
NASCAR's gonna bring the cars to a halt on the back straightaway for another red flag, the second one of the day.
Ryan Vargas involved.
This one started right at the front, I think, Jeff.
Yeah, it did. Right in the front of the pack. See, Noah Gragson's on the bottom, Brett Moffitt on the top. Little contact. Jeb and Moffitt got together.
Dale, it was just like you were talking about earlier. The push really needs to come on the right half bumper of the car. It seemed like Jeb got on the left side bumper of the 02. Watch right here. He is on the left side, kind of lined up, probably trying to get a little air. Really, the 02 comes around before there's even any contact. The air alone seems to turn the 02 down the hill. And then what a huge impact for the 9 of Gragson. Then Myatt Snider makes contact as well. And as the 9 continues to spin, now he comes back down into traffic for some more hits. So great to see Noah get out.
And these guys coming in behind him, they just can't get slowed down.
Not only does that car absorb the impact into the outside wall, but also the fuel cell. What a shot to the back of that car as he comes down the track, and the fuel cell keeping all of that fuel inside.
Well, Brandon Jones may have gotten a little contact.
Yeah, I agree. A little damage on the right front. And this right here, watch this last shot. This is going to be a big, you mentioned that fuel cell. This is going to shorten it up so much right there. So I mentioned I didn't even think there was contact. We'll take another look at it. Right there between the 10 and the 02 on the left-hand side. I can't tell, guys, if there was contact or if it was just the air, but either way, turn the 02 down the hill.
Air absolutely plays a role in upsetting these cars and moving them around.
Brett Moffitt, to be honest, didn't know he continued to kind of correct it. He did a great job of correcting it. Here's another look.
So Jeb's underneath him, and then Moffitt gets loose before Jeb gets there. Look at Myatt Snider, absolutely nowhere to go.
See the 10, the 11, the 7, 18, all through with no damage. Harrison Burton squeaks through with no damage, and then as you mentioned, still, you're running 180 miles an hour when the wreck starts. You just can't stop on a dime.
Yeah, these cars run a little bit less of a beefier brake package because they don't use the brakes as much. So when you do need them, they're not going to work like a car you drive at Atlanta or Martinsville.
And Junior, the tire is a much harder tire. They don't slow down. You slide through your pits on these tires. They don't slow down nearly as well as a softer tire like we run at other racetracks.
Let's listen to Jeb Burton on this accident.
That's just being too damn late on his blocks, man. I hit the brake going down the back 2 laps ago, almost wrecked everybody, and that time I'm there. Man, you can't just come across my nose.
All right, we've talked about this earlier in the year. We're done talking about it, all right? You don't have to explain anything.
So Jeb Burton, you saw his side, and then the team basically defending him and trying to get him, I think, to get his mind moving forward to the 24 to go. So drivers, let's take another look.
So you can see Jeb's underneath him. And right there, Brett's car starts coming around. It does look like there's some contact, but I feel like Brett's car started moving before Jeb got to him.
Yeah, it seems like the air started to spin the O2 out and the bumper finished it off. I'm not sure he would have saved it even without contact. We'll never know, but...
So the air, when the air hits the car, I think it compacts on that nose and it forms a bit of a buffer or a bit of a cushion. And you can move guys around. We do it, we see it, we've done it all our careers where you can get on a guy's left rear and make him tight. You can get on a guy's right rear and make him loose without ever touching his race car. The same thing happens here at these plate races. You can get toward a guy's left rear quarter panel and move his car around, spin him out, even without contact.
Well, you talk about that beach ball all the time when you're straight in line, right? You catch that guy, and some cars can get to the bumper. Other cars compress that air and push that leader out. I guess this is the same idea as you see some damage to the right front of Josh Berry, except you're not square. So when you compress that air now pushes on that left rear and kind of almost turns the car around.
Glad to see Myatt out of the infield care center. It looked like you just really had nowhere to go, Myatt. What did you see unfold in front of you?
Yeah, you know, I had a feeling something like that might happen. The energy in the pack was kind of chaotic. But at the same time, you know, it's still like 25, 26 to go, so I felt like it was a little too early to be, you know, that aggressive. You know, I know that maybe some of the cars around us weren't ideal, but, you know, we still had a solid top lane going. So I don't even remember who was in front of me, but I don't think we should have been, you know, racing like that. So it's just unfortunate because now we're in a hole for the Roval after, you know, gaining some points on who we needed to today. So it's unfortunate. We'll go back and slay it at the Roval.
Yeah, given your experience on road courses, likely a must-win for you. How confident can you be heading to Charlotte?
Pretty confident, honestly, you know, especially if it rains. I was up there in the end of the race there. So, like I said, today's race is unfortunate, but next week's race, we should be really good. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you, Myatt.
Thank you.
And one of the first things he said was, did that look like a big one? Because it felt like a big one. So we're really glad, Noah, to see that you're okay, leading on the low line. And then what happened?
The O2 and the 10 were pretty, they're kind of squirrely, dicing it up. And maybe I should go to the top, block the top, and then I have my teammates, the 1 and the 7 below me. But, yeah, I mean, the O2 just got turned by the 10, and we got it head on and then cleaned out by the 2. So just a bummer. You know, we had a fast car, but it's just so different. They changed the package on us in Daytona for the summer race, and the size of the restrictor plate, and that kind of made it a lot different drafting. It's almost like ARCA now. So I know we were 3 wide in a sense, but I mean, you could just cruise right around the bottom the whole time. I don't know how much fun that is to watch for fans. So it's not fun in the car, but still very thankful. It's a privilege to be out here in the Xfinity Series, and very thankful for Johnny Morris, Rusty Sellers, everybody at Bass Pro Shop, Black Rifle Coffee, True Timber, everybody at Junior Motorsports. You know, we have fast cars. It's so much different. I almost had to teach myself and learn really quickly throughout the race on how this package is different than the last 2-3 years. So definitely race is different, and I don't know how exciting it is from outside the car, but it's not too exciting from inside.
Well, we anticipate another exciting race next week when you get to the Roval. There's a lot of laps left, but as I look, you got 17 points above the cut line as it stands. So what do you anticipate your approach will be next week at the Roval?
I mean, I feel like it's a good track for us. We finished 2nd and 4th there, so I hope it rains a ton because they were really good in the rain there last year. Maybe they can put the sprinklers on. If Marcus is listening, put the sprinklers on for us and get the track really wet next weekend. That'll be good. But no, we're good on the road course. It's one of my favorite tracks, and I don't know. Gonna go get some beads on Talladega Boulevard tonight, hang out with my family, and seen a lot of 9 t-shirts. So thank you all the fans for all your support. And if you're in Talladega, let's go party it up.
All right, Noah Gragson may have lost some points, hasn't lost his sense of humor or love for his fan base here at Talladega.